Everybody to the July 17th, 2024 Town Board Meeting of Unionville. I'd like to start out with a salute to the flag, and at that conclusion, ask you to remain standing for a special announcement. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible. Okay, I just learned today that our previous town supervisor, Lisette Hitzman, served as town supervisor for 15 years and is celebrating 90 years today. Want to acknowledge that she continues to serve the community as the treasurer to the fire department and on the fire police and with one of the cemetery associations. So I'd like to give her a round of applause, both for her courage. Thank you.
Very nice.
Okay, so animal report came in late today, and I would like to add that to the agenda as number 8.
All right.
And then the remainder would be bumped down one number.
Okay, I'll make a motion to add that as agenda item number 8.
Yes. Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you. I'll start out with the financials here. In the general checking account, we have 1,156,279. In general savings, we have 4,817. Miscellaneous receipts, we have 77,190. General money market fund, we have 194,660. In the general New York class fund, we have 2,586,353. And in the New York class ARPA fund, which was the COVID money, we have 515,286 for a total of 4,534,585. Highway checking shows 707,757. Highway savings is 102,172. Highway money market is 43,307. Highway New York class is 69,396. Highway New York's class is a new addition. That's the FEMA money that we received for the West Clove Bridge, 574,662. And New York class reserve is 146,522 for a total of 1,643,816. Grand total is 6,178,400. We received a 6 months report from our bookkeeper. Overall, June year-to-date net income is favorable with 1,189,000 versus the budget due to higher revenue, 847,000, and lower expenses, 342,000. That has to do with the timing of things. Some of our expenses come in at the end of the year. And that'll even out better than in the year-to-date revenue is up 847,000. And some of that is due to that award from FEMA. We received 2 of those. The higher sales tax net revenue was more than expected. Interest earnings was 41,000. Sale of equipment, we net 29,000. And the revenues from the building department and courts was 23,000. Summer camp and other recreational facilities was 10,000. And partially was offset lower recycling and timing of mortgage tax income. Overall, it's 342,000 favorable versus the budget. But we're in good shape as far as that goes. That concludes my report. It's been a pretty quiet month. Councilman Welsh.
I've just been reviewing what numbers I have available in anticipation of budget season coming up soon.
Councilman Carlini.
Nothing to report.
Councilman Derlin.
Nothing to report.
Okay. Councilman McGivney.
just reviewing emails and correspondence.
All right, very good.
Quick question, we skipped over the approve of the minutes.
Oh, yep, you're right. I apologize for that. Motion to approve the minutes of 6:19.
I'll make the motion.
Okay, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried, thank you. Okay, town clerk report.
Thank you. As a reminder to all the residents, the chamber has offered discounted hot air balloon entry tickets for our residents. And the discount is for a weekend pass, it's $20. For an evening show, it's $12, and for a morning show is $7. Also, I just want a general reminder again for the recycling center. You could still join at any time, even though it's an annual schedule. There are many things that we offer that other places don't. One of the main ones, I think, is the electronic recycling. So if you pass that along to anybody you speak with. And also we have the St. Pauli's Textiles clothing bin. They take any textile from clothing to curtains to sheets, belts, purses, everything. So anything that's in decent condition can be dropped off at the recycling center in the big shed. All I have. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Recreation Department.
So our staff and campers enjoyed a fun first session. We did send out a survey to parents to fill out for that. We've gotten a few responses. They've all been great. They say that it's fun. The kids are having fun. I want to give a thank you to 2x2 Animal Haven for a fun and educational show for our campers last week. They've done it for us in the past. It's always a pleasure to have them. And it's an amazing opportunity for our campers and staff to interact with animals you may not see every day. Some of those being a bearded dragon, there was a large tortoise, and a baby kangaroo, which was really cool for the kids. Our team hopes that their fundraiser event that's happening this weekend at the park is another successful one. Our second session has begun with a lot of fun theme days, and next week our campers will enjoy a raptors and reptiles show brought to us by Robinson's Wildlife. They did a show for us last year too. They bring birds of prey, some cool reptiles. It's really fun. Other than camp, there's a few spots left open for various swim lessons during sessions 3 and 4. More information and registration can be found at the Parks and Recreation website, as well as our daily pool hours for the week. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Councilman Welsh, would you like to read the Parks Department?
Sure. Park report dated 7/16/24. Pool is running well. Pool vacuum has been repaired. We've been having problems with some of our mowers, but we have been able to make do and keep the grass in check. The parts arrived today and the mowers have been fixed. We cleaned the gutters and power washed the rental house at 2 Timor Park Road and have scheduled a tree service to take down 2 trees that are close to the house and trim some of the branches that are hanging over it. In preparation for a charity trail race this past Saturday, we have been doing a lot of trail maintenance. We have been brush hogging and trimming trees along the trail behind the upper soccer fields to widen the trail, keep the overgrowth in check.
Hey, thank you. Councilman Carlemi, would you like to read the animal control?
No problem. Animal control report for the month of June 2024. During the month of June, there was 1 lost dog, 1 found dog who was reunited with his owners, and 1 dog bite. Respectfully submitted in our chain count.
Okay, thank you. Councilman Derlin, the library report?
There will be a program at the library on July 19th from 2 to 3 p.m. with author Susanna Hill reading her own Moon's First Friends. This program is for children ages 4 to 8. Parents interested in bringing their children to listen should email the director at director@uvlibrary.org. All story times include a related craft. Space is limited. Future story times are scheduled for July 26th at 2 p.m. and Thursdays on August 8th, 15th, 22nd, and 29th at 2 p.m. too. We have a teen volunteer working in the library over the summer. Welcome to Eve. We still need volunteers. If you have you or your teen are interested in volunteering, please email our director. We are excited to share that Karen Foley is now a certified ambassador for Duchess Tourism. She can assist our patrons and visitors to great places to visit. There are many hidden gems in our area to check out. This is a worldwide program and a great way to share our community with tourists too. Summer is a great time to check out all the puzzles, games, CDs, and DVDs in the library. The library is open Tuesday to Saturday in the afternoon. The hours are posted on our social media pages on Facebook and Instagram. As always, if if you don't have a library card yet, call, stop in the library, or email the library director at director@uvlibrary.org or through the link on the library services tab on the website. Thank you again.
One of the things I just want to add to that library report, I'm not sure if everybody heard, but the charter got approved.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, the charter got approved for the library last week. So the library is officially chartered by the state. So I'm sure the library will be sending out some reports in regards to that.
Okay, I don't see our representative, oh, wait a minute. Skip the public comment on agenda items. Anyone tonight? Okay. I don't see our representative from Hometown Heroes. Virgil Capillari had approached me along with Michael Marr is a resident involved in this program. And they are interested in speaking to the board about possibly participating in what you see happening in other towns with the banners on the electric poles. So they were going to give a presentation about that. I guess we'll reschedule that for another meeting. I'd like to entertain a motion to move the senior center library space discussion to the attorney-client meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Have a second on that?
Second.
All in favor?
All right.
Opposed? Okay, thank you. Old business, I have gotten some information from the county, but we're still waiting on some. One of the positions that I had wanted to merge has been approved. The second one has not. The difficulty is that no other towns in this county have done that. So, we're one of the smaller towns with several part-time positions. So what she is going to do at the county level is check with some of the upstate counties that have small towns like us and see if they've done something similar. That she can use as a template to try and put something together for us. And what it is the deputy town clerk position and the land use secretary position are being filled by the same person. Once we get that worked out, then we can try to determine where the hours should be. I was also approached by our payroll clerk, and she would like us to give her permission to continue treating that staff member as a full-time position, as has been done in the past, until we get this resolved, just to cover her, that she, is.
Do we need a motion for that?
I would like to have a motion for that we can continue to acknowledge the present deputy town clerk and land use secretary as a full-time employee during this period that we're reviewing the employee.
All right, well, I'll be glad to make that motion on a temporary basis to resolve on a
Right.
more permanent basis.
Have a second on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you. That's the extent of what we have on the agenda tonight. Any public comments on town issues? Yes. Yeah, yes, please. Name and address for the record.
Kathy Slidell, 2785 Pleasant Ridge Road, top of the mountain. I've lived there for 40 years. I've had horses for 40 years. I'd like to talk about the firework problem. There was a tragedy at the other end of town where a resident had two horses. The neighbor started setting off fireworks, aerials and loud explosions. The horses started to run. He went out, he could not stop them, went up to tell the neighbor to stop. The neighbors threatened him with bodily harm. He came back down. One of the horses had fallen and had broken his pelvis and had to be put to sleep
Oh, shit.
because of the fireworks. They're getting out of control. It is against the law in New York State to have aerial displays. I called the state police. Some of them say, okay, we'll look into it. Some of them say they're legal. There's no clarification from the state troopers as to what is legal or what is not. I emailed Betsy, Kathy Hochul about it because it's a state law. I know you guys are probably hamstrung by the state, But there has to be some kind of clarification as to what to do because they're setting them off right across the street from me, which are 1 acre lots. They're coming over the trees. It's a public safety hazard. You know, it's definitely for veterans. It's a hazard for the ones that have PTSD. And they're so close and they're huge aerial displays, which are illegal. So I'd like some kind of clarification from the town or some kind of a guidance as to where to go with this problem. There's a large population of horses in Dutchess County, and certainly Saratoga County is one of the two biggest areas in the state, yet we're being taken over by these people.
Unfortunately, that it's not something that the town can do. The state laws are the ones that,
Do you guys have any guidance as to
restrict
how
that,
to
but,
approach
well,
it?
we have the police agencies, they're supposed to enforce the law.
Yeah, what they call it when you said they say
Right.
they're legal.
Yeah, I mean, I can make some phone calls to, the state police barracks and try to talk with someone up there and find out if they can.
Yeah, I mean, I have some information, you know,
Right.
that I got, but
uh,
I mean,
but-
it is a felony. You
Yeah,
know, and there are
well,
penal
yeah,
codes
these,
that cover them.
any display that's, set off in New York State has to be by a licensed
Yeah, and these are not.
pyrotechnics
And these are not,
person. anything outside of that is
Right.
against New York law.
right.
And I would, think that the troopers should be aware of that. I mean, I
They're
know
not.
myself.
They're
so.
not. They're not. And they're also a fire hazard. I mean, we look
Yeah,
this year,
yeah.
it was kind of damp, but
Yeah.
if it's dry,
I think the biggest issue comes to manpower. Is what happens in Fourth of
Yeah,
July. Because everybody sets them off. I mean,
Yeah.
even though as illegal as it is, it's everywhere. And if the police had to respond to all those calls, it would not be possible. By the time they respond to places, that people are done setting them off.
right.
And so that's what the unfortunate side of it is, what keeps
And it
happening.
seems that accessibility has become easier.
Mhm.
I mean,
I don't know.
they're not supposed to be sold. I mean, there's penalties
Right.
if they're purchased. They're not
Yeah,
supposed
they're
to be
illegal in New
sold,
York.
but they are.
Yeah,
You know, and they're setting them off, and even though it's against the law, and there's penal codes against it, and there is a felony against it. Now, if it injured a child, you could go for personal injury, but, it's injuring animals, horses, pets, other people that are having traumatic experiences from it that are not getting any kind of say. So I would appreciate any,
yeah,
Help you
I
offer.
can call the barracks up here and
Okay.
see if I can speak with somebody about it and try to help out for next year, but outside of that, it's about all we can do at our level here.
yeah, I mean, it happened up at my house on the 2nd. This,
Right, yeah.
the
you
gentleman
mentioned that
lost
to
his
me.
horse on
Yeah.
the 5th, so it went from the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th,
Right.
went for 5 days.
People set them off days and days and days.
And
after
then
4th of July.
holidays, birthdays, parties,
Right.
Mhm.
constant.
Yeah,
And they said they're coming over the trees.
yeah,
know,
reckless
into my
where they
property.
shoot.
Hmm?
They're reckless where they shoot the fireworks.
Yeah, and I was wondering, maybe the fire department, I mean, they are a fire hazard. There
You
must
can
be,
only
there-
go when there's a call to put it out. You can't really stop them.
you can't, even though it's illegal, you have no
We're not
control.
enforcement,
The
Yeah,
it's-
for-
it's
for-
the police do
Yeah.
that.
response to fires.
Yeah, well, I appreciate any kind of,
Yeah.
help you can offer. Thanks.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Hey, motion to pay the bills?
So moved.
That's it.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Our next meeting will be August 7th here at 7:30. And I'll entertain a motion to
Oh,
adjourn.
we're gonna go into attorney client.
That's after the.
That's
meeting.
after.
Oh, we're gonna do it after the meeting? Okay.
Still
Okay.
adjourned, so-
Okay, motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you very much, folks.